Okay, it's July 28th and time for me to finally talk about the announcement I actually mentioned a few videos back. It just took me a little while to get everything together, all the parts I needed to actually make and sell harnesses for the Sidewinder engine. There just wasn't anyone available that was doing it at the moment. I needed to collect this information for myself, so I went ahead and started putting something together. Just by happenstance, I worked with a guy for 25 years that did nothing but build military harnesses, and I conned him into helping me out, and so this is kind of where we're at. The harnesses we're developing, there's 3 different types so far. We think that's going to be the best way to handle it, and what we've done is, for the folks that need to locate the turbo on the side of the engine due to space, we've got a shorter version. And then for you folks that can keep the turbo in the stock location, it's a longer version. That's the main difference between those two. Everything on the harness is, it's all mil-spec wire, quality connectors, including a Maven Cannon plug, mounts in your firewall. It's a 1 5/8 hole. Goes through, so every single connection actually goes through this one point, which makes life really easy. Both harnesses are the same on the back side, and that's where your ECU connection is. Everything is made to go with the Hypersports ECU. That's the one that we are working to develop for the Sidewinder engine. Teal's been working really hard with Hypersports to get the programming and everything squared away, so I think that is actually going to work out really, really well. Now these harnesses, every one of them will come with a pin out, basically just for any type of troubleshooting that you may need to do in the future. You don't need to do anything with that on these harnesses. Everything is pinned out, everything is ready to go and plug and play, except for shrink the boot if you decide to add more wires in it. And if someone tells me up front that they don't plan on adding more wires, we can go ahead and shrink the boot, of course, and put that on there. Now these harnesses, the ones that are already made and ready to go in, they're fully sleeved out and sealed and ready to go. The third option we're actually talking about doing, which I'm going to develop on this aircraft once I make a few changes to the way the engine's mounted, which I'll talk about in another video, is going to be more of a universal model and a little bit more for you folks that are DIY. And the reason how we're going to do that, or at least what I'm planning on doing, is providing all the connectors already on the wires with the labels already on them, and basically in the standard lengths across the front of the engine to the back of the engine. And then where it relieves the engine and goes to the firewall, basically you're going to have about an extra 18 inches to deal with that you can cut down to any length. Now the unfortunate part on that one is you'll have to sleeve it yourself. We'll provide the sleeving. It'll be a different type of sleeving, more of this type of sleeving, which actually looks really nice when it's done right, which if I get to that point, I'll show you what I'm talking about on that. And then you'll have to pin out the Cannon plug, which unfortunately does require one of these nice $high crimpers, but it does allow you to fit it custom to your aircraft or however you've laid out everything. So it's definitely an option, and I think it's worthwhile to look at. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and develop it on this one, and then basically see where everybody's interest is. So if anybody has any questions or needs more information or is interested in the cable, my name is Kevin, for you folks that don't know. I own Ozark Mountain Aircraft, and you can reach me at 417-274-4397. Like I said, got any questions, let me know. Thanks.